Hey guys, so this video I get to share a little bit about myself, a little bit of my background. So I grew up in a single family household. I am the only child, and I grew up in a Christian based household. My mom's side of the family are built mostly of pastors. No divorces on in my mom's immediate side. My dad, same. Both my family, my mom and my dad's side, are amazing. They instilled in me some great values of like the golden rule: do unto others as you have done unto you. Always be kind. Always be willing to give. Always be that person that's dependable, that you can be counted, you can be counted on, and once that seed is already planted in you, you have to fulfill that. And my situation where I am today, it wasn't easy, getting here where I am today. Based on just that information alone, it's like, oh wow, man, you must be doing well. Well, I am, but it took some time to get here. So around middle school, well, let me just say this: I was in private school starting at the age of, starting third grade is when I started going to private school, and my mom put me in private school for that foundation. And around 7th to 8th grade is when most girls become interested in boys. I surely was. And the boy that I picked, the girls liked. All the girls liked them. And I was like one of these little skinny girls, like no curves, just skinty. and that boy that I met, we got married. And the first time I experienced abuse was 18. I had my son at 17. And that wasn't an easy time either, because now I'm 17, I'm in private school. I end up going to live with my dad, so I end up going to public school. So I graduated from public school, which was great, I still excelled in all my classes. And I got a full ride to a university in Virginia. And that ride allowed me to bring my son with me. But you know what happened? I didn't take it. And I didn't take it because in my mind, where I was, and growing up on what I saw, when you have children, you're taught, life is over. You got children, you need to settle down. Baby comes before you. And so my mindset was like, okay, well, we got to make this a family. I have a child now. We got to raise him. And we got to make this happen. But so shortly after having my son is when the abuse started. The arguing, verbal, physical. And it wasn't fun. And at the revolving doors, I had to make a decision. I had to make a decision, not just for me, but for my children. And when I got ready to make a decision, my son was 3. My youngest son was 3. We had 3 children together. So what gave me the courage was one of my cousins got a divorce. I know, right? I know. And I kind of like sat back and was like, hey, what did they, my family is, you don't get a divorce, you You don't get a divorce. I didn't know what the rules meant to not getting a divorce. Clearly, if I had told somebody or I talked to somebody, if I said something, they would have got me out of that unhealthy marriage. And so I kind of sat back and I asked my cousin, like, hey, what'd they say? What they say when you got divorced? And it worked out for him. And come to find out, he was in a unhealthy marriage himself. And so it gave me some confidence because I was so isolated. Like, I was so isolated. My girlfriends tried to get me to go out. I wouldn't go. They tried to put mascara on me. Not doing that. Try to put a little color on my lip. Not doing that. Not going home, not arguing, not doing any of that. So I was so isolated. I would make up excuses of why I couldn't go places just to save argument, So when I made a decision to actually leave, after numerous revolving doors, I even got an apartment one time. I'll tell you about that later. But I knew it was time. And when I made the decision, he had a girlfriend. I knew he had a girlfriend too. So it was like, oh, this is my out. This is my exit. So, I asked the Lord. I really did. I really prayed. I asked him for protection because at that point, I was starting to read more. And I was starting to reach out to people and talk to them. And so I was discovering, okay, this is not normal. Like, I'm in an abusive marriage, okay? Where do I go from here? And I didn't know what my path was going to be. I didn't know the direction. And I always say God has a plan for everything that he does. And I'll tell you, I did not like this plan. But I'm so thankful that he gave me grace and mercy to trust him. And because when you're making a decision like that, and you can open up papers and read or hear stories of young ladies who just don't make it, and I'm just grateful. I'm just So many of you watching this, who I've known probably since the 3rd grade, you didn't have any idea what I was going through. Many of you watching this and are rooting me on because I have courage and strength to share. And many of you, you don't know me at all. So the ones that don't know me, I want to encourage you that there's life after. I want to encourage you to make a decision to trust God. I want to encourage you that you're not alone. I want to encourage you to open your mouth and speak up and share. Isolation is what will keep you from making a decision. And having a support group will help you out of the isolation that you tend to put yourself in when you're going through abuse or abusive unhealthy marriage. And I want to say that abuse doesn't just fall in the category of women. I know that we share a lot of women stories about women, but men also go through abuse. So, and a lot of times we look at them as they're weak, and that's not the case at all. Is when you're in an abusive relationship, you're focused on family. You're focused on keeping your family together. So I want you to encourage someone that may be going through abuse, whether they're a man or a woman. And like, it doesn't have, mine started at 18. So if you have a teen, start talking to them now. Start enlightening them and making sure that they know the signs of abuse. But I want you to encourage them to speak up. I have an upcoming event, a cancer and domestic violence awareness event that I've been doing for 3 years now. So this is my 3rd year, and we're raising money for grassroots charities that are out there in the community. So I'm looking forward to getting your help with this event and making sure that we're able to give back to these local charities. And I want you to be encouraged to break the cycle. Be encouraged to know that there's help. Be encouraged to know that you're not alone. You are so not alone. And I want you to also be encouraged that there is life after. And I'm going to share more videos, and I'm going to share more of my steps on how I made it out. And I'm going to be talking about my Prince Charming in more videos to come. So stay tuned, follow these videos, share these videos. Somebody that you know may be in a situation and just don't know how to get out. So I want you to share this video with them. All right. See you on the next video.